So you have dry hair like me, and that sucks, but I'm gonna teach you how I deal with it using a concept called product buffering. But before I do, if you wouldn't mind, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps with the channel and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, pretend that this piece of wood is your hair strand, and pretend that now that I've split the wood, we have two different hair strands. A cup of water for later. But this is what happens when we put fire or heat to a completely dry piece of wood. As you probably could have guessed, it burned. But what do you think will happen when we saturate the wood with water, creating a buffer for the fire to burn off before the wood? As you can see, it's having very little effect, and this is the idea behind a product buffer. But instead of water protecting the wood, it's a product protecting your hair. And the reason that this concept is so important is that it doesn't just apply to when you're blow drying your hair. Your hair's dryness and frizziness is constantly being affected and perpetuated by things like the environment, like humidity and temperature, the weather, wind, when you're sleeping at night and your hair's rubbing up against things. These are all things that are affecting your hair. So having a product buffer in your hair just gives that extra layer of protection, not just for heat, but for just the environment as well. Consider this, your hair, most of the time, if there's no product in it, it's in the same state as that first piece of dry wood. So it's susceptible to all sorts of damage. However, by adding product to your hair, you're creating a barrier between your hair and the elements that cause damage, as well as conditioning it throughout the entire day. Basically, this is just the easiest way to control as many of the issues that might be causing your frizziness and dryness. But what is control? So when it comes to control, I have three main issues with my hair, and that is that it is coarse, it is dry, and it is frizzy. So when I'm referring to control, basically what I mean is just taking those aspects that prevent my hair from looking the way I want it to, and implementing products and techniques that kind of help address those issues so that I don't need to worry about them, so that when I do find a style that I like, it's as clean and optimized as possible. And on a rainy day like this, it really shows how difficult my hair is to manage on a daily basis. You guys see my videos where I have my hair styled, but this is what it's like if I do nothing to it and just kind of let it air dry overnight. It gets pretty crazy. So I need to use a product that deals with all of these issues at once. Today's video sponsor is Blue Mon, and the product we're going to be showcasing today is the Blue Mon Ascend Volume Cream. Now, Blue Mon has an entire line of super diverse products like their flagship Original Styling Meraki or their incredibly popular Cavalier Clay. But when it comes to volume and control, pre-styling with Ascend is second to none. They've recently changed their packaging to ensure that you get a consistent amount of cream time after time, and have also added heat protecting elements so that your hair will be protected every time you blow dry. There's so much to say about these guys, but in this video, we're going to be using the Ascend Volume Cream so you guys can see how it would work on my hair, and hopefully maybe buy it for yourself using my discount code Jesse10 for 10% off your order. But with that being said, how is this gonna address my dry hair? The general idea behind this approach is that the consistency of the cream will address the issues I have of dryness and frizziness, and the volumizing qualities of the product will give my hair that lift that'll help me get that lion's mane appearance that I like so much. So by using this as a pre-styler or a product buffer, I'm getting the control that I need for the frizziness and dryness, and at the same time getting the structure and hold I need for the final look I'm trying to achieve. And this is an amazing start, but there's still so much more you can do using the concept of product buffering. A classic example is putting in some hair oil before you go to bed at night. This is a super easy and effective way to condition your hair because it's happening while you're sleeping and you wouldn't be doing anything otherwise. So what I do is I just tie my hair up into a bun, put a sleep cap on, which I recommend if you don't have one of these yet, you definitely should get one. They're super great for your hair, but more importantly, look how cool I look. And while you're sleeping, the product that's in your hair gets a chance to work and condition your hair, and the sleep cap prevents any unnecessary friction that might cause damage from pillowcases or attack dogs. Another great example of this is when I go swimming. Now, I go swimming almost every single day, and chlorine from the pool is notoriously bad for your hair, especially if you're prone to dryness. So what I do before I enter the pool is I wet my hair and put conditioner in it as a product buffer, so the chlorine has a harder time penetrating my hair shaft. And believe it or not, right now my hair is as long as it's ever been, and I've been swimming more than I ever have, but my hair is as healthy as it has ever been because I've been taking these precautions. You see, most people will hope that they can just put a product into their hair and their dryness and frizz will be gone, but it's just as much how and when you use your product that lead to healthy, optimized hair. And the truth is, it really doesn't take that much thinking. A little bit of effort goes a long way, and the fact that you made it this far into the video means that you're interested in understanding your hair in a way that goes beyond just generic tips you can find on the internet. And if that's the case, I'll ask again that you consider hitting that subscribe button, because that's the goal here on this channel. We've got a completely free Discord server with over 1,500 people who are all working together to figure out their hair the same way you are, so don't be afraid to check that out as well. And last but not least, if you like my approach and want to dive deeper into understanding your hair, go check out my website, jessevalenciano.com, where I offer one-on-one video consultations where you can ask any questions you've had about your hair, and we can basically just work together to make sure that you know what you're doing to make your hairstyling journey as positive as possible. Thank you again to Bluemon for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in picking up any of their products, go to their website and use the code Jesse10 for 10% off your order. And we'll hopefully see you all in the next video.
Take